All right, shalom, shalom. First off, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Sincere shalom to all you men preaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four winds. And shalom to you striving and sincere believers. Okay? All right, peace and safety to the hopeful elect. All right, and this is your brother Shamagara coming to you with another lesson. All right, and the inspiration for this lesson comes from just me reading yesterday, and I want to touch on this topic. All right, I got quickened to do this lesson. All right, because I had no idea I was going to do it, but it came together. All right, so I'm gonna try to feed the sheep as best as I can. All right, so it's called Jake's cutthroat nature towards each other. Okay, all right, and reading the scripts, you see how dirty. All right, or just a lack of regard for you know the brothers. Well, Salakia, if you're an Israelite, you're considered, a brother. Okay, but a lot of times in the scripts, Jake would just do each other just dirty, man. So, and then in the curses, today we got it way worse, but it's messed up, all right. But in the truth, okay, when you learn how to deal with order, all right, this is a true brotherhood and the truth, man. All right, we seen it growing up, family members, treating each other a certain way. Your family treating you a certain way. Salakia. Or just friends, family treating them a certain way. Or just when you went to school, you seen some foul shit that Jake did. All right. There's countless stories. Okay. All right. So let's get Jeremiah 9 verses 1. Oh, that my head were waters and my eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Verse 2. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them, for they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. Okay? Treacherous men. Okay? All the way back in the wilderness, man. And they bend their tongues like their bows for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth, for they proceed from evil to evil. They know, and they know not me, saith the Lord. Verse 4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. All right, and that's what the 2/3 do to each other. All right, which are really, family through the spirit. All right, and biology, Salakia, through lineage. Okay, if their dad is an Israelite, but 2/3, even in like the music industry or whatever the case may be, man, they do their brothers dirty. Let's read that again. And let's not forget, Jacob is a supplanter. Okay, that's what Jacob means. Here it is. We're supposed to be supplanting these other nations, but we get off on supplanting each other. Okay, and it's good to see, brothers, congregating, upright conversation, and you just being brotherly, man. Okay, and that's what Yahushua spoke upon, man. Okay, say, take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. Okay, and that's the 2/3, man. And verse 5, and they will deceive every one his neighbor, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongues to speak lies, and weary themselves to commit iniquity. Okay. So Jake backdooring each other. Jake, oh, how could I get over on this nigga? Just being, Jake just being a pure nigga, man. Taking a trace of Esau, all right? Just being a snake. That's why Yahushua called him a generation of vipers. All right, you seen what they did to him, you know? lied on him, got him killed. All right, so that's why I titled this lesson, Jake's cutthroat nature towards each other. Most High said it. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. Okay? Jake, get off on doing that, and your family is not excluded. All right? Your family teach you the best examples of this, you know what I'm saying? My family included, man. You see the phony, you see, all the stuff that goes on in the household, in the Jake family. And then I want to get an example, all right, in the scripts of, Jake basically being cutthroat, even to his own flesh and blood, let alone a neighbor, but actual blood brothers. All right, so it says 2 Chronicles 21 verses 1. Now Jehoshaphat, or Jehoshaphat, if I'm saying it right, slept with his fathers and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. Okay? And Jehoram, his son, reigned in his stead. Okay? He had brethren, the sons of Jehoshaphat, Azariah, Jehiel, and Zechariah, and Azariah, and Michael, and Shephatiah. All these were the sons of Jehoshaphat, king of Israel. And their father gave them great gifts of silver and of gold and of precious things, with fenced cities in Judah. But the kingdom gave he to Jehoram, because he was the firstborn. Verse 4. Okay. Now when Jehoram was risen up to the kingdom of his father, he strengthened himself and slew all his brethren with the sword, and diverse also of the princes of Israel. So, he was entitled, to be the next king, because he was the firstborn, right? And he didn't want no opposition, okay, to that, or somebody that could, you know, that the kingdom might somehow slip out of his hands. So he just said, fuck it, I'm going to kill all my brothers, man. Okay? That's one example, right? Said he just killed all his brothers, man. Slew all his brethren with the sword. So put them straight to death, all right? So, that's just fucked up, It's just that cutthroat nature that Jake got. All right? These are actually blood brothers to him, okay? Let's go to Judges 9, and we're going to end it off with this. Judges 9 verses 1. And Abimelech, the son of Jerubbaal, and that's Gideon, okay? Some Manassites right here. Jerubbaal, that's Gideon's nickname. Went to Shechem unto his mother's brethren. Okay, so Abimelech, his mother was a heathen, because it said concubine, and she was from Shechem. Okay, so now he's getting with his mother's people, which you from your dad's lineage, the seed of your dad. So these are really not his people. Okay, technically. Okay, those are his mother's people. Okay, but Jake is a mama's boy. Unto his mother's brethren, and commune with them and with all the family of the house of his mother's father, saying, okay, and just to give you a backstory, he had 70 brothers, okay? 70 brothers. And look what he proposes to these heathens, man. Okay? Speak, I pray you, in the ears of all the men of Shechem, whether is better for you, either that all the sons of Jerubbaal, which is Gideon's nickname, which are 70 persons, reign over you, or that one reign over you. Okay, so he said, do y'all want to have all these guys reigning over you, or just me? All right, remember also that I am your bone and your flesh. Okay, so he said, listen, I'm part of y'all, okay, through my mom's lineage. Shalakia, through my mother's side, which that's not a thing, okay? You can be cordial and cool with, say, if you got heathens as family, but that's not your people. That's not what your line goes back to, all right? Shalakia for that. And I said mother's lineage. That's a slip of the tongue, okay? And his mother's brethren spake of him in all the ears of all the men of Chechem, all these words, and their hearts inclined to follow Abimelech. So they were fully set to make Abimelech, to rule over them, basically. For they said, he is our brother. Verse 4. So, Jake's, well, really heathens trying to, get close with us through that. You see that going on today. Okay. All right. And they gave him 70 pieces of silver out of the house of Baal Bereth. So they paid him, man. This like blood money. Wherewith Abimelech hired vain and light persons which followed him, and he went unto his father's house at Oprah, and slew his brethren, the sons of Jerubbaal, being 70 persons upon one stone. Notwithstanding, yet Jotham, the youngest son of Jerubbaal, was left, for he hid himself. And all the men of Chechem gathered together, and all the house of Milo, and went and made Abimelech the king by the plain of the pillar that was in Chechem. So he for these heathens, which just shows you Jacob do his own people dirty for these heathens, recognition for these heathens. He killed all his actual real brothers, okay, through his father's line. He killed them, 70, all right, and one, Salakia, the youngest one, survived. But he killed most of them, majority of them, for these heathens, so he could take this place and be undisputed, all right? Just some real cutthroat shit, man. All right, you got countless examples of this. I just picked out those two. All right, but we see this playing out in this world, and Esau loves this spirit that Jake comes in of, being cutthroat to each other. All right, he rewards the nigga that's the most cutthroat to each other. Okay, and that's what we got here today. All right, but it's a good thing, like I mentioned, that in a brotherhood, it's a real brotherhood. Okay, coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Okay, being a brother. Okay, to the hopeful elect, man. So I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well, and sincere shalom to all you men preaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four winds, and shalom to you striving and sincere believers. All right, peace and safety to the hopeful elect. Shalom.